hear you sticking up for me, but your wife is absolutely horrible at it. And I have been thank you guys so much, but I can't trust your wife. And she has sat there and got in the way of me and my daughter over and over and over again, as you have tried to.
Amber Portwood is getting dragged by her beautiful souls. Amber's diehard fans are starting to unfollow her. They are at their limit. They are done. And it all is coming down to how she acted at the reunion.
But I think he was doing a bit much for somebody who had a girl, for sure.
You're creating a bit of a storm here, maybe unnecessarily, right?
So at the reunion, it was disturbing. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about this. She couldn't keep her eyes open. She was slurring some of her speech. She was combative. She was unwilling to be accountable for really her responsibilities or her role in what happened to Leah, which really shouldn't be super surprising because throughout the season, Amber had a hard time taking responsibility for what her role is in Leah's being upset with her. So the biggest thing that we saw this year was that Leah, her 12-year-old daughter, was deciding to use her voice and say vocally how she was feeling about her mother, and really the fact that she didn't really have much of a relationship with her mother, while also praising her stepmother, Christina.
12 years and she hasn't really done anything. That's kind of been like Christina's spot. I'm just a bonus mom, though.
She told her dad, my mom basically just had me. She was basically just like my birth mother. All she did was give birth to me. Gary tried to temper that and be like, no, she was around when you were younger. You just don't remember. And then Leah sort of clapped back and said, well, I only remember Christina as my mom. I don't remember Amber. And Christina is my mom. And Christina was more like, you're my bonus. I'm the bonus mom. But then on Leah's 12th birthday, Christina gave her a ring and just said to her, like, I know I didn't birth you, but I love you so much like my own daughter. Christina has been her staple, has been the one that does her homework with her, takes her to doctor's appointment, goes to her activities with her, comforts her, spends time with her, and is just basically mom. Whether you are a stepmother or not, I think stepmoms get a lot of crap that they don't rightfully deserve, especially if there is tension between bio mom and stepmom, especially if the mother in the case is not as active and the stepmother plays a bigger role in the life of the child. Jealousy can ensue. Throw in Amber, who has borderline personality disorder, and I feel like at times is very narcissistic. She wants to blame Christina for the fact that Leah has a better relationship with her than with Amber, ignoring the fact that Amber was incarcerated for years. Once she got out of jail, she didn't take steps to increase her custody of Leah. She suffered and managed through relapse, addiction. She has claimed repeatedly that she is sober, even though she looked so high on the reunion.
Grow up and be an addict, and it's very hard, and I want people to just have some
so fans were done, and it was because of what she said about Christina. So during the reunion, she said that Christina was a horrible person. She accused her of basically being the person that has stopped the relationship between her and Leah. She has dampened it. She has made it impossible for her to have a relationship with Leah, which is so untrue. And she was like, Gary, you're a good person, but your wife is horrible. She's evil. She's terrible. Well, that was it. And that was all it took, because now those comments about Christina have made Amber's fans turn their back on her. I've been noticing recently when Amber goes live on her Instagram, it's more people that are angry with her than are positive. right after she got in her acts, like right after she got arrested with the Andrew Glennon stuff, people were giving her the benefit of the doubt. They were like, this is her mental illness and we should show her compassion. And so while there was a lot of heat on her at that time, she still had a mix where about, I'd say 50-50 of the people were supportive of her. I would say it's dropped dramatically. And when you go to her comment section, she has far less support than she has of criticism and anger with her. And with many people demanding that she be removed from the show and that she stop using her daughter and complaining about her daughter and really outraged at how she had treated Christina. Under one of her recent posts, this is what somebody wrote. It was under a coffee post. It was like E equals MC squared with a coffee cup. It says, do Leah a favor and sign your rights away and disappear. Christina, her mother, you're just an egg donor birth giver, nothing more. And then someone else said, I'm glad Gary called it as it is. It's the same bullshit since the show started. You should be praising Christina for stepping up and filling the shoes that you clearly can't fill. You're far from a damn good mom. Get off the drugs too. When you did decide to open your eyes, they were so red, and they were super bloodshot, which people were saying would not happen with opiates, making people wonder if she had smoked pot, which could be the case, although she's not supposed to under her probation. This person who is a fan said this. I'm sitting here watching the reunions part 1, and Amber, I usually am siding with you, but watching this, you are so wrong in so many ways about the interview, and you were acting like you were the complete victim, that everyone is basically against you. Stop being so spoiled, get over yourself, and just make things right with your daughter. Yes, you did create a shitstorm. Be mature and grown up. And a grown-up, own it, say, I made a mistake, I'm sorry. And that's that you are acting like a spoiled brat in this interview. It's just showing that it's not always about Amber. Get over yourself, girl. Stop playing the victim. You're not always the victim. Was not always all about Amber. And when it doesn't go your way, you throw a little fit, walk off like you just did with now did with Dr. Drew. You can't take the truth, honey. Don't be on the show again. Get over yourself. Another one of her fans said this. I've been following you for years. However, as a mother, I cannot support how you are treating Leah, dismissing her feelings instead of owning up to your shit, and also treating the woman that has taken care of your daughter for years and years without ever letting her down, like the enemy. Unfollowing you today, I am so disappointed in you. Another one of her fans said this. Amber, I was rooting for you, but after the way you went after Christina, it is beyond disrespectful. She has been the mother figure in her life since she was 4 years old. She has probably been more of a mother than you have ever been. I'm sorry you can't choose when you feel like being a mother. I don't care how overwhelming it is, how sick, tired, or what other issues you're going through. Your children need you. You need to listen to your daughter who is hurting because you can't be the mother she deserves. You need a reality check to realize that the only person you can blame for your daughter not wanting to speak or wanting anything to do with you is your own damn fault. Listen to your brother and mother who told you exactly how it is. Stop looking through your eyes before it's too late and you lose your daughters. One more thing, bashing Christina, and we all know Leah's heard about it, is not going to help your relationship one bit. So keep digging yourself into a deeper hole you're not going to be able to get out of it. Long story short, her fans are pissed off because she has completely disparaged Christina, but then she's also not validating Leah. And she has been saying for years, I'm a good mom, but she's not showing that at all in her actions. And she always has an excuse. And even when her mom tells her that she needs to do something, or even in the last episode when she talked about how, she was going to go visit her and she talked to a woman about reunifying with her daughter in this organization that helps them, the woman said to them, she goes, well, it's not really about me in terms of their alienation or their separation. And the woman said, it is about you though. I mean, your daughter has some feelings and needs that she's not getting met by you. And so it is about you and what you've done in that relationship. And you have to take responsibility for that. And she might forgive you today. It might be in 10 years, or it might be on your deathbed. But you have to take steps to try to do better. Now, repairing this could take time. It might not ever happen. Leah's already gone through her most formative years. And when you've gone through the most formative years of your life without your mother, who has consistently put drugs, men, and everything else in front of her, you need to realize that the damage is done And until you can take responsibility, you're never going to have that relationship be repaired. And unfortunately, I don't know why she's still on the show. I agree with the comments. MTV needs to fire her, but they won't because she draws ratings. So what do you think? Are you surprised that her staunchest fans are starting to jump ship? I think it's disturbing because you ignored the domestic violence, you ignored the drug abuse, you ignored how she treated her daughter for years and the neglect. But now that Leah is finally speaking out, now you see it. It's too bad that people haven't seen it before and they kept supporting a woman that literally didn't deserve it. Leah doesn't deserve this. And I honestly hope for the safety of Leah, at some point they do stop the show and that she can have a normal life, because all of this exploitation of Leah's feelings doesn't help anyone. And it only adds more trauma to Leah. So what do you think about all of this? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.